Why are we still buying jars of salsa and showing up to a party with a bag of tortilla chips when you can make this? Hey friends, welcome to my channel and welcome to my kitchen. It's been a hot minute because I've been melting in the summer heat here in LA, but I'm excited to show you one of my favorite recipes ever. Whipped feta with roasted grape and fig. This is such a unique appetizer. It's inspired by this place here in Santa Monica called Stella Barra. Mr. A took me there when we first started dating and I thought it was so unique and special, so I'm gonna show you how easy it is to make at home. For this recipe, first we're gonna roast our grapes and our figs. I have these beautiful green grapes, but honestly, I prefer grapes that are a little more crisp and bright green. These have been in the fridge, so they're kind of perfect to do for this recipe because as we roast them, they're gonna get soft and melt. And then figs are in season. I get so excited when I see figs at the grocery store. These are tiger figs. I'm just gonna slice them in half down the middle just to reveal that jammy goodness. And I'm not gonna do too many because really this recipe is all about the grapes. I think figs are one of those ingredients that people get really excited about when they see at the grocery store and they think that they're pretty and they wanna add them to a cheese board or something, but they don't really know what to do with them, how to cook them, what to use them with. So this is the perfect recipe. So we're gonna put our figs and our grapes on our board, and then I'm just gonna drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil. Some balsamic vinegar. You could also skip this part and just do balsamic glaze once they're done, but this actually thickens and kind of adds a nice complex flavor to the dish. And a little heat. You gotta have some crushed red pepper, finally some herbs, and I just grabbed these from the garden. I have some oregano and thyme, and I'm just going to finely chop this. Keep it nice and rustic. I'm gonna roast these in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. That way they start to melt, they open up, they caramelize, and all the flavors come together nicely. While our fruit is roasting, I'm gonna show you how to make our whipped feta. 3 ingredients. I'm gonna start by getting our big block of feta and putting it into our food processor. And you wanna make sure you get feta by the block. The quality is just so much better. This is sheep milk's feta from Greece. And we'll start there. I'm also gonna add some cream cheese, but I wanna really get this whipped down a little bit. So I made a little room in there because I wanna add a little bit of cream cheese. This is just gonna help it get super creamy and it's gonna take away that tartness that feta has. This entire dish is so aromatic. I can smell that fruit roasting, the thyme and the oregano that I put in there, and then this cheese. So I'm just gonna push that down and we can go ahead and add our honey at this point. And I'm gonna start by adding just a couple tablespoons of honey. This is gonna add just the right amount of sweetness to the dip. Okay, let me try it before I add anything else. Tasting spoon, chef's best friend. Oh my gosh, legit. Could spread that on every single thing that I make. You get the bite from the feta, the creaminess from the cream cheese. I'm gonna add a little more honey, black pepper, and lemon. So let's just get 1 more tablespoon of honey in there. It's funny, this really does not make this dip sweet. What it does is it just takes away from that bite that feta has. And of course, honey goes so well with fruit. So really we're helping this cheese complement those roasted grapes and figs. I'll add a little bit of black pepper. Friends, this is why it's so important to trust your instincts, to taste as you go along. As you become more confident in the kitchen, it's okay to say, I think this needs a little more acid, or I thought it was gonna be a little bit sweeter. So I'm gonna add the zest, this beautiful lemon. I really like what the lemon does to the cheese, and I like mixing it into the whipped feta. You could also just save this for the end, but I'll do the zest of this entire lemon. So now I'm just gonna process this until everything's nice and combined. Oh, it's so fluffy, yes, yes, yes. So I'm just gonna plate this together. Presentation is everything when it comes to this appetizer. And I think that's what I love about it so much is there's such an element of unexpected, of surprise with this. I like to put it in a shallow bowl. That way you can scoop everything up together. This is one of those sauces, dips, that you could just stop right here, put it in a jar, and use it for any night of the week, in your pitas, in your sandwiches, with your proteins, with your veggies. It is that good. But let me show you how I'm gonna take it up and make it more like gourmet restaurant. I'm showing off because I have all these people coming over, kind of appetizer. Okay, like whoa, look at this. You wanna use a spoon because you wanna make sure that you are getting all those lovely juices. And I'm just gonna carefully spoon this right on top. You could totally do all of this ahead of time. This appetizer is best room temp, so make the feta ahead of time if you want. If you wanna save yourself 15 minutes. Get a little bit of that reduction from the balsamic vinegar and the olive oil. Now with the rest of this, usually I serve it on the side because I don't wanna cover all of that whipped feta. And then for presentation, let's do just a drizzle of honey. And because I'm me, a little bit of that crushed red pepper. Really want this flavor to show through on top. And then the leaves that I didn't use for my garden, maybe I'll just dress it on the side. So then right before you're about to serve, toast up some pita or a baguette, serve it beside your dip, and you have one of the most fancy, elegant, but literally took no time at all appetizers, and I'm dying to get in here. The hard part is I don't want to mess it up because I don't want my guests to know that I tried it before they got there. Okay, I gotta get one of these nice little plump grapes with the feta. Oh my God, so good. That is it. That is delicious. It is so good. The feta just melts in your mouth. The balsamic just rounds out those flavors of the fig and the grapes. The grapes are like just a touch sweet, a touch tart, a touch caramelized, has a tiny bit of heat. You could always make it spicier. The squishy bread, yum. Friends, I cannot wait for you to try this recipe. It doesn't matter who you're entertaining or hosting, every single person that walks through the door and tries this is going to love it. Let me know in the comment box below. Tag me on Instagram at Brandy Malloy. I can't wait to hear from you. And be sure to subscribe to this channel because there are so many more recipes and hacks I have in store for you. I'm going to go invite some friends over. I'll see you next time. Bye.